Now, boys and girls, today we're going to look at a transfer episode, of course. This is a confirmed one. Haven't done one this week, so this is the first one of this week. Now, I need to do two this week, alright? I need to do two this weekend because there's lots of players, but in today's one, I'm going to start it off with a bang, right? We're going to take a look at 6 players today, and I think one of the players is the second biggest transfer of this transfer window. So it is big. It is always going to be big. I'm not going to make these episodes for the sake of it unless there's going to be good players to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to check out the hottest transfer rumours, guys, check out OneFootball. You can download it in the description down below. There'll be a link down there. It is free of charge. You can go over to the rumour page and stuff. You can see what clubs, you know, what players are linked with your clubs and stuff at the minute if you want to do that. Download it, free of charge in the description down below. I use it for a lot of my research as well. So, of course, you know, I'm not going to recommend something that I don't use. But let's get into potentially the first player. Now, not potentially. Let's actually get into the first player. Now, if you want to see another episode tomorrow, no, Sunday probably, drop a like and a thumbs up down below, guys. Can we get 2,500 likes? These episodes always get like 4,000 likes, so I've set the target a little bit low. So hopefully you guys can smash me by surprise. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Alvaro Morata has completed his Chelsea medical today, 2 hours ago. I try to jump on these transfer news as soon as they happen, and I try to bring it to ASAP, and that's what I've done today. Alvaro Morata passed his Chelsea medical ahead of move from Real Madrid. Okay, this guy, of course, it was a wanted striker. Man United wanted him as well. Now, listen to this, alright? This is, you know, I try to get the news for you, okay? Morata is expected to join Conte's squad in Singapore this weekend as they continue their preparations for the new Premier League season. So that's right, he's expected to join the club in Singapore this weekend, right? It's Friday, so it's going to happen very soon. It's very, very shortly on Chelsea social media pages or something. You're going to see pictures of him with the squad. Now, the 24-year-old exclusively told Sky Sports News on Thursday that he was joining the best club after Chelsea had agreed an initial £58 million deal with Madrid for his services. Now, apparently he actually told Sky Sports News reporter that this is the best club arriving in London, and Antonio Conte is one of the best coaches in the world. I'm so happy to work with Antonio. This is what obviously Morata said. This to me looks like he actually said this stuff in London Heathrow. That's what it looks like to me. So as you guys are aware, he rejoined Madrid from Juventus last summer. He scored 20 goals and 43 appearances last season, but he obviously doesn't feel like he really has much of a future at Real Madrid. Now, he has become obviously Chelsea's 4th major summer signing, alright, behind Willy Caballero, Rudiger and Bakayoko, who have all featured in previous transfer windows. I've covered all 4 transfers. We've taken a look at all 4 of their new FIFA cards or whatever like that. So if you guys want to go back to like last week's episode or something like that, there's loads in there. Now, Conte has been keen to strengthen his attacking options, having told that Diego Costa is obviously going to leave Stamford Bridge, and he actually missed out on signing Lukaku. But Conte's come out and said, as you guys can see from OneFootball, that of course apparently Morata was his #1 option, always was. But yeah, good stuff from Chelsea, good transfers. This guy hopefully will replace Diego Costa if he leaves. I mean, if Diego Costa stays, then it's a double win-win. I mean, they really are strengthening well, Chelsea. They've already won the Premier League last year. They're still strengthening well. Now, I don't want to talk about this too much, okay, because I featured this in a video 2 days ago. I did a transfer rumour episode, not a confirmed one, and I said that this deal probably will happen this week, and I was right. Javier Hernandez to West Ham. West Ham agree £16 million deal for Bayern Leverkusen forward. Now, the 29-year-old former Manchester United player will now fly to London to finalise personal terms and have a medical with the Hammers. Now, I know this has been lingering on for ages, okay? I know that, of course, West Ham fans have wanted this for weeks. The board wanted it for weeks. Now, the rumour has it, okay, that the transfer rumour of the fee was not the problem, okay? It was actually Hernandez's salary demands. So the reason why the deal hasn't been done quicker or anything like that is apparently due to salary demands. I don't really know what's true and what's not true to that one. But what I do know is it's done deal. Wow, Hammers, you've got yourself a very, very good striker with Premier League experience. He's won the Premier League. I mean, he's been at Real Madrid as well. He's been in the Bundesliga. What more experience do you want? But can you believe that Hernandez is 29 years of age? I remember when he was like 20 joining Man United or whatever. Like, just so much time's gone on. What a good striker. It's a pleasure to see him in the Prem once again. Now, one of Italian's youngest talents, well, very good defender actually. He's actually left AC Milan and gone to Juventus. This Mattia Di Sciglio. Have I pronounced that right or wrong? I'm probably not going to say his name in case I get it wrong again. But anyway, he's gone to the Juventus for €12 million, which could potentially rise to 12.5, so only half a mil. Now, this guy, okay, he left Milan's pre-season tour of China to fly back to Italy, where he underwent a medical and signed a 5-year deal. Now, this is a bit of a shock, really, because AC Milan, you know, they're making lots of signings. They really are strengthening their team, and they obviously don't feel like this guy's quite good enough, but Juventus do, and Juventus have won the league like 8 times in a row or something crazy. So, I don't really make a lot of sense to me. But, of course, this guy, the 24-year-old, will replace Dani Alves as Juve's new full-time right-back. Now, he still had a year left to run in his contract, so then maybe that's why they didn't get, like, a lot of money for him, because this guy's really good young talent, and 24 years of age, €12 million. It's not really a lot of money, so that is why that his fee wasn't bigger, because he had a year left in his contract. Now, apparently, his relationship, okay, with the Milan fans actually frayed towards the end of last season when he became one of the scapegoats for their inconsistent performances. So that probably played a big factor in him leaving AC Milan. You got, you know, all the fans are on his back. They were giving him a little bit of a stick, like he was a bit of a scapegoat for the performances. And he's been linked with a move to Juve for a while now, which meant that the AC Milan fans got on his back once again. So it's probably no wonder he left, to be fair. I mean, he's gone to Juventus, who are arguably going to win another Serie A title, aren't they, next year or two? Of course they're going to. So at least he's going to win a league title, which is pretty much guaranteed. Now, ladies and gents, we've got someone replacing Buffon next. Another player that's gone to Juventus, but he's an Arsenal player, ex-Arsenal. Was actually Wojciech Szczesny. That's right, he's gone to replace Buffon. Now, the reality is this guy's probably, you know, just a backup keeper for Buffon. But Buffon's not really got too many years left, does he? But what's quite funny is this guy's already suffered an embarrassing start to his life at Juventus, okay? Because the club spelt his name wrong on the back of his shirt. Now, we all know this name, you know, Szczesny, and how you spell it is very difficult. I gotta be honest, doing this video a couple of times, I got it wrong. So, you know, I'm no surprise that other people have got it wrong. But you'd have thought someone at Juventus actually would have double-checked how to spell it before printing his name on a shirt. You just would have expected that, surely. But of course, ex-Arsenal guy, after 2 years on loan at Roma, obviously he's been to Serie A. He's got a lot of experience in the Serie A. He's now gone to Juventus, and will he replace Buffon? Will he just be a backup keeper for a while? Who knows? But yeah, it's a little bit strange, to be honest, how he started his life off at Juventus. It's not really gone too well. They can't even spell his name right. I mean, no one can spell his name right, but at least bloody check. That's what Google's for, Juventus. That is what Google's for. Now, this is not really going to interest a lot of the wider football audience I have, but if you are, you know, started watching me because of FIFA and stuff like that, then this will interest you, because you'll all remember Hernandez. Well, he's actually left the Chinese Super League on loan. He's gone to Sao Paulo. So, of course, this guy gone to the Chinese Super League, all right, and he's actually joined his former club, Sao Paulo, on a year-long loan from Hebei China Fortune. So, really, I'm not going to talk about the deal too much and the, you know, the background behind it, but what I am going to say is this guy was one of the best centre mids in FIFA for a while. He had, like, really, really good long shots. He had 5-star skill back in the day. But what's strange is he's gone to China, and it's not really worked out for him, I don't think, and he's left on loan. But I don't really know why. Surely, like, if you've gone to China, you've gone to China to earn some money or whatever, just stay there for the last of your contract and just earn the money. Unless the Chinese team are going to pay him his salary anyway, and he can play in Brazil where he actually wants to play. Then it's a win-win for both parties, to be honest. Now, Sao Paulo are currently doing pretty bad, I think, in the league. They're set their 17th place of 20 teams and just 4 wins from 15 matches. So Hernandez has got a big job in his hands when he actually finally gets a game for Sao Paulo again. Now, for my Championship fans, obviously, I'm making this video. I'm from the UK. I've got a big UK audience. So you're not just interested in the Premier League, are you? You're interested in the Championship as well. We've got a big move, all right? Assombalonga is moved, okay, to Middlesbrough for like £14 million. All right, well, listen to this. I was a little bit wrong, but Middlesbrough have broken their transfer record to sign striker Assombalonga from Championship rivals Nottingham Forest for £15 million. Now, Forest said the fee agreed actually met the buyout clause in Assombalonga's contract. Now, Assombalonga actually overcame a career-threatening knee injury to score 14 goals in 33 games for Forest last term. Now, this guy actually broke, I think, Nottingham Forest transfer record when they signed him from Peterborough. So, you know, he's a double transfer record kind of guy. He's someone who's got the experience in the Championship. He's got what it takes to get Middlesbrough back to the Premier League. He's broken Middlesbrough's transfer record for another Championship player. Like, it's pretty big. I think it's a big loss for Nottingham Forest, though. It's a really, really big loss. I always think that when the Championship, you know, you've got 2 teams that are 2 good teams that want to get to the Premier League, selling your best striker to them isn't always the best option, but if the money comes calling, the money comes calling. Anyway, guys, what I'm going to do is talk about the final 6 players, okay, and give my last final thoughts and opinions on them. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, drop a like and a thumbs up down below. First of all, we've got Morata. Now, Alvaro Morata, yes, this guy is like one of the 2nd or 3rd most expensive signing of the transfer window so far. Apparently, he was Conte's first choice at Chelsea, so we'll have to wait and see. They've missed out on Lukaku. Who's going to do better next year? It's a big debate so far. Javier Hernandez, this guy's got Premier League experience. He's won the Premier League. I think he's going to bring a lot to West Ham, to be fair. They need another striker, and like I say, I think he's got what it takes. He's been at Real Madrid as well. He's been in the Bundesliga. Yeah, he's pretty decent. Sciglio, if I pronounced that wrong or right, I don't really know, but this guy's left AC Milan, a team that are actually really trying to bolster and improve their team. They've lost a youngster who I think fell out with the fans. He's gone to Juventus. Good move for him. He's going to win his Serie A title. Wojciech Szczesny. Now, he may struggle to get some game time, but like I said about the previous player, he's pretty much guaranteed to get himself, you know, a league title. Like, he pretty much is guaranteed to get himself one. Then we got Hernandez. Not really an interesting transfer FIFA, just that FIFA guy's just, you know, this guy's still out there playing football. He's still doing the long shots. He's in the Brazilian league once again. Will we see him back in FIFA one day? Well, I guess we'll have to see that one. I guess we'll have to see. Then we got Brett Assombalonga, someone who's very well experienced in the Championship. He's done it. Now, Nottingham Forest has sold their best striker to a rival team. How's that going to go down? Nottingham Forest going to like pay for that, and obviously Middlesbrough are going to benefit from that. Championship season is always an interesting one. I went to the playoff finals last year. That was a pretty shit game, but it's an interesting league. Anyway, guys, have a good day, have a good weekend. Take it easy. Peace.